What's going on, people? This is Ty Shirasay from Computer Music Academy, and welcome back to Playing With. This is a show where we review and introduce you to a number of products that help you make music. If you like what you see here, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. In this episode, we're going to talk about Exhale by Ouput. This is being called a modern vocal engine. It has 10 gigs of content and tons of editing and customizing options. So with that said, let's get into it. I'd like to thank Ouput for letting me review this particular plugin. And if you know anything about Ouput sounds, you know they have been creating some of the coolest and craziest instruments as of late. This is no exception. Once again, you have a very cool interface, and I'll get to what's going on in the top part here shortly. But what we have is a lot of vocal content that has been recorded for this particular project. And the good people over at Ouput, with their crazy sound designers, have actually taken that content, flipped it, and shaped it, and done absolute nuttiness with it to create this instrument. Now, all of this is broken down into 3 different categories. You have notes, loops, and slices, which is probably my favorite portion of this. But with those 3 categories, you have a decent amount of presets per. So you have 250 here for the notes, you have 126 here for the loops, and the same amount for the slices. So giving you just over 500 different presets. But of course, it's not always about the presets. It's what you can do with the instrument. And again, this is an engine. So you have a crazy amount of capability. But going back to the presets or the content in this particular plugin, down here you actually have tags. These are all different tags that you can use depending on where you're searching, and that will show the results for those particular tags down here. So right now we have electro, and if you wanted something warm, and boom, you have 39 of those 251 that you can, actually go through and play. So at this point, let's go ahead and play around with this thing and see what we have. Oh, that's nice. Mm. Oh. That one's nice. I like that. Man, that's perfect for like a movie or like a video game soundtrack. Perfect. Now let's get into this next category, which is the loops. That's cold. That is so cold. Woo. 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 And let's go into the slices next. And if you're watching, I'm actually jumping around. I'm just playing the different slices with no concept of what's actually here. It's a lot of these patches that I have not heard before. And it's really easy just to kind of jump around and create a nice little sequence or something, something that actually fits into the music that you're creating. Stupid. So we've only touched the presets. We haven't talked at all about these up here, these sliders. If you know anything about output instruments, you know what these are all about. And for those who do not, this is what they do. These are actually assigned as macros, and you do have a macro page that once you get into the engine, you can easily assign different settings to be slid or affected in real time. I actually have all of these sliders programmed to my keyboard, to the sliders on my keyboard. Watch what happens here and listen to what happens here as I play this patch. I think you understand now. We have covered the sliders, we've covered the tags, we've covered a nice amount of the library. But what you have not seen is the backside or the engine of this particular instrument. So let's go here. And this is what's happening. This is all the nuttiness that you're hearing coming through the main page or the front end. This is where it's all created. You basically have two sides of the engine that you can add, or I should say you can add two sources. Then you have your obvious volume, panning, you can tune, but then you have the options. Well, let's go and actually take a look at the sources. So right now, this is a Verbi OHAP, but you can change this to a moving air. And matter of fact, let's turn that one off for a second. And what we say, moving air. that is only tape. You have tape 2. You have pads. You have one shots. You see where I'm going here? You also have the ability to reverse it. You can set the amount right here as far as how it actually plays. Does it play in a 1 bar? Does it play, in a particular note value as far as a half note, 16, blah, blah, blah. And you can set the same amount of settings for both engines. Yeah, pretty silly. Down here, you have your rhythm section. Pretty sickening what you can do here, because again, just like you can with the sources, you can select the type of pattern that that particular voice or source is going to play on, and you have a lot. So we have simple, we have medium, we have complex. You could either just come in here and go straight to a particular pattern, or you can kind of scale through them, previous and next style right here. With the actual pattern, you can select the wave, or you can select the step. And here we go again. Boom. You can draw whatever step pattern you would like to in. You can set the rate that it actually plays. You also have flux over here that you can add. Yeah, this is way too deep for me to go into in this review. I really just want to kind of show you how deep this thing is. It's incredibly deep. You can literally go in here and build a patch from the ground up. I mean, it's as simple as selecting whether you want to go note, loop, slice. You go to the initial patch. Then you can come to the engine, select, and just get very, very crazy. Again, it's way too much to cover in this review. I don't want to keep you for too long, but hopefully now you understand the purpose of this instrument and how crazy things can get adding this type of stuff to your music. And if you can see adding this great vocal content and effects to your music, I highly recommend it. You can purchase Exhale from pluginboutique.com for $199 US. And yes, there is an instant download. And keeping things very simple, there is a purchase link directly to this product in the video description. And that's it, peeps. What do you think about Exhale? Is it a must-have vocal tool for your next project? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for more reviews, tutorials, and exclusive courses, make your way over to computermusicacademy.com. See you next time.